Good evening, everyone. Obviously, some of you will get this or open this class during the day, but it's the evening for me. And I just thought I was thinking about relaxing and what are we doing in our homes right now to relax. And it would be really interesting to hear your feedback of what you actually do to relax. And I'm thinking, you know how every day they give us the figures of the lives lost with this dreadful coronavirus. It's horrendous. But I was wondering about the statistics regarding the bottles of wine that are also on the rise. And I'm being really serious, actually. It's not a joke. I'm just wondering, if we were really honest on Facebook, if we wrote down, well, my consumption's gone from 1 bottle a week to whatever. So I thought maybe we should do something more positive in and around that pressure of trying to find triggers that we can chill, relax. And I was thinking, well, let's just do a stretch class. Let's just do some stretch and relaxation. Yeah, so I thought we'd have a go at that. So I'm going to be doing some standing warm-ups for the stretch because it's really important that you stretch warm muscles. What happens around the joints is when you warm up, you release a fluid called synovial fluid that sits in the capsule of each joint. And when you've warmed up, this lubricates and aids movement of the joint more freely and a bigger range of movement as well. So it's not a good idea to stretch cold muscles. The other thing as well is we don't bounce holding stretches anymore like we used to in the 80s, etc. Because that actually causes tiny little micro tears in the muscle fibre that actually is repaired by scar tissue, and scar tissue isn't flexible. So you're kind of negating the whole thing by bouncing. There might be some sport specific training and stretching regarding bouncing, but that's very specific. And it's not for us at home when we're just trying to leave that bottle of wine. Stop it. So we're going to do a powerful warm-up, just deep movements, getting some synovial fluid, getting the muscles warm. Yeah, so don't forget, I'm going to be doing loads of classes on this ball. If you want one, inbox me, give me your address and I'll get it delivered. I'm going to be delivering a class every day for 3 weeks, then we'll review it, see if we're still here in 3 weeks, which we probably will be. I'm not a negative person, I'm just really being realistic. And that's why every day I'm giving something different between 4 and 6 p.m. every day on Facebook and YouTube. So if you look on YouTube for Dawn McKevitt, just subscribe. It's all free and you'll just get a little ping every time I upload something. Facebook friending me probably is a better idea, but I'll let you decide about that. So we're going to do a warm up and then I'm going to move the camera and put it closer so I can then get on the floor. So find a space in your home, whether it's during the day or not. Close the curtains, shut the door, light your candles, and just make that space your own. And I'm not being silly when I say this. If you've got earplugs, if you sleep with a snorer, you'll all have earplugs, won't you? We've all got earplugs. Put them in. So you can just shut out as much as of life's chatter and the humdrum and the kind of pace and energy that surrounds us all now. A different energy having been in one space all the time, every day. So just think of how you can shut that out and make this time for you. Okay, so I'm going to keep the music quite low as well, so you can hear me, because I'm going to be lying over there and warming up over there. But yeah, light your candles. I also have oil, I also have incense. I do all that stuff every night to kind of just recharge for the next day. And so maybe this will be your moment. Yeah, 3 times a week maybe, just your time where you say to your hubby or whoever, can you just not come in? Give me 30 minutes. Yeah. So let's see how we go with that. I really appreciate your feedback on how you've managed to do this in your home, with your kids maybe, or on your own, or with your husband, Myri, knocking on the door, where's this, where's that? You know, because they don't know where anything is. So when you're missing for 30 minutes, it's like, I'm been abandoned. And they just can't help themselves, but they can't knock on the door unless there's a fire or one of the children has hurt themselves. That's the rules. Okay, so still need water, always need hydration. So let's put the music on. I'll stand back and I'll just start doing some very powerful moves, deep squats and lunges, just to get everything really moving before we start really stretching and relaxing. Okay, relaxing. So create that space that makes you feel, wow, I'm so pleased to be here. So create that space for you. All right, so I'll put the ball back. Remember, inbox me if you want one. I'll start the music. It might be a little bit loud, so I might have to just mess with it a little bit, but we'll see. Sometimes tracks fade and come in and out, don't they? You can wear whatever you like, your pajamas, just your underwear, training shoes, bare feet, doesn't matter. Nothing matters other than you creating a really quiet place, your sanctuary. So we're just going to tread through the feet. And as we do this, I'm going to roll a shoulder back. Roll a shoulder back. There's no timing involved at all. Carry on with the legs, but bring it forwards. Just building up our movements. Rotate. We're still moving through the legs. I see you in the shadow. Change direction. Don't forget, this is for guys as well. And even children. But be careful. They're very, very bendy. So don't let them overstretch. Okay, relax. Hold it. And if we just pulse here, guys, you can feel the stretch in the inner thigh. And if you can, toes up to the ceiling. Just pulsing. Gently. Controlled. Walk away, walk away. How about we put a hand there? Do you think we could put the hand there with the fingertips on the floor? And over to the other side. Obviously, if the amount of repetitions I'm doing is too much, then just have a breather. Just have a breather. Can we put that hand down? I can't believe we're standing. Okay, side, side, side. Go a little bit deeper. Turn your shoulder in across the body. Look to the side. Rotation through the spine, movement through the shoulders. Now our heads have been down quite a bit now, so take your time and rise. motion like me, very low, you have to come up really slowly, but you'll know that. Okay, side squats. Squat, center squat, side, center, squat, center, squat, center. 4 more, I'll just get my water. Okay, leave the feet wide. Knees in line with toes. We call this a plie position, plie squat. And we're just going to let the knees follow the toes as we drop and rise. Knees follow the toes as we drop and rise.
That was waiting. That's just what we were.
One more, hold it as low as you want. Just lift the heels off the floor. I'll just move because that yoga block's in the doorway and can't see my feet. Rise. Rotate, drop, front, rotate, drop, rise, front, rotate, drop, rise, front, turn, drop, hold it, stick this hip out. Arm nearest the ceiling, reach up. You can look up, and if you feel dizzy or imbalanced, look down. Slide the hand down the leg. If you feel really imbalanced or a little bit dizzy, look down. Bring the hand around. Hold that. Grip around the ankle. Hold. Try and drop your chest towards your thigh, not your head and your knee, your chest and thigh. Holding that leg to support your back. Walk up slowly. Back to center. Stick the hip out that way. Look up. Slide. Sideways. Pulse. 2, 3. Rise. Switch legs. Pulse. 2, 3. Rise. Change legs. Pulse. 2, 3. Rise. And again. Pulse. 3, 4, rise. One more time each side. Last one. Rise. Arm over. Hold both hands together, stretching through the waist and the arms, shoulders. And let's change sides. Okay, be careful with this one. I'm going to turn And then straighten the legs the best you can. Dropping the head down and in between our upper arms. Pushing our hips back. Pushing our heels down into the floor. Lift onto your toes. Push back through the heel. Lift up. Push back. Keep going. So we just get the calves active now. That's really hard work, isn't it? Yeah, that's really hard work. So try not to take the legs out too far or the hands out too far, whichever way you look at it. Last 4. Up, then push back. Can you see that? Up, then push back. Up, push back. Last one. Up. Now from here, I want you all to get down into a sitting position. Oh, I think I can actually video from here. Then you can see me, can't you? Oh, I'll get rid of this little yoga block then. Hopefully you can see that. I'll move that candle there. Okay, so what you might want to get for this first stretch is something under your knee. Something to put under your knee, okay? So, onto your knees. This is the only stretch we're doing today on our knees, because I know going on knees isn't for everybody. On your knees, take the leg in front, drop through, so you get a stretch through the back hip and groin. Yeah? And this front knee is not over the toe. You can have your hands here or here, wherever you get the greatest stretch to play around. We're stretching the back hip and groin. Yeah? Minimum of 30 seconds we hold our stretches for. Now we're going to change that. This front leg is now going into a straight leg. I'm supporting my body with my hands. I'm thinking about my chest. And I'm going to try and drop my chest as close to here as I can. Those that can, point the toes up to the ceiling and you'll feel your calf talking to you. Relax. Straight leg to start with before we lunge into it. Stretching the back, hip and groin. Making sure the knee doesn't travel over that toe. These are the more aggressive stretches. When we're on our back and doing other positions, but we've got the most aggressive stretches out of the way. Okay, hold that back hip and groin stretch. And some of you might feel it in the front here. Again, play around with positions here, here, wherever suits, wherever you get the greatest stretch. Hold it.
She lives up near the sky, high up in the snow.
So just thinking about that back knee in future, you could put a pillow under it. Yeah, you could put a pillow under it or a cushion. Let's back up through the hips, straighten that front leg, hands either side if you can. Not everybody can do that, so if you've got one hand supporting you, that's enough. Not everybody can put 2 hands down. You're losing your flexibility 50% every decade, so we need to catch up with it, guys. Yeah, or else we won't be able to dress ourselves in 10 years, or wash our hair, get our shoulders back. So we're stretching the hamstring predominantly at the moment. We're just going to add in that calf. So the calf as well as the hamstring. the sun. Now, you take the opposite hand and grab that leg. Yeah? This spare hand we put behind us and we push against that bent leg and use the hand against the floor as leverage to get the body to rotate. Yeah?
Springtime came, the woods were ablaze. She said life turns.
Come back to centre. Realign, straighten your legs, back's nice and straight. Take that other leg over, sitting tall. Then we take the opposite hand against that leg, pushing it further over, and the spare hand goes behind us for stretching, rotation of the spine. Got some stretching the hip going on as well. Joint medius minimus at the side there. A little bit of the tibial band, not too much. It's very much part of the back stretch. This really rotation of the thoracic. Back to centre. Okay. Let's just work on getting our shoes together, our feet. Okay, so just hold the ends of your feet.
He laid her down to sleep.
So you're just looking at me, you can see the imbalance. That leg, that hip is so much better than this hip. I've got two false hips and this one's rubbish. Well, you can see. Yeah. So even if you haven't got any false hips or knees or anything, there still are natural imbalances in our body. Natural imbalances. So don't get too upset about it, yeah? Okay, now we're going to bring those feet as close to our bodies as we can, shuffling our bottoms. And we're going to grab our ankles, and with our elbows, we're going to push the knee down, the knee down. I'm not worried about your position of your back and the fact your shoulders are rounded. I'm not bothered because we're stretching the inner thigh. But to be fair, everybody's different. So just because I say, oh, I'm stretching the inner thigh, you might be thinking, that's not stretching mine, it's the back of my leg, or it's my calf, or it's my back. But everybody is different. Yeah. Now move that a little bit further away. And then just grab your feet, and we're going to use your feet for leverage. We're going to pull our body down. We're not bothered how far we go, you just go as far as you can. So it's really simple stretching. You just go as far as you can. But make sure you can feel the stretch. Now what happens with muscles is when you actually stretch them, after about 10 seconds, they start telling the brain, we're going to stretch, we're going to pull, we're going to tear. So you've got to try and tell them to relax. Relax. Don't fight it. You're not going to tear. So tell the muscle to relax. And then you can actually move another centimetre or even just a millimetre further into that stretch. And relax. Okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do is find a wall to put your bottom against, like this. Just sitting with your bottom against the wall. I want you to find somewhere, yeah? Okay. So, with the back, your bottom touching the wall as well. But again, that depends on flexibility. So your upper back touching the wall, again that depends on the formation of your spine. We're all different. So take the legs out. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm kind of edging, and I'm shuffling my bottom back to try and keep myself jarred against that wall. Trying to move my legs even just that little millimetre. And just sitting like this, relaxing with your back against the wall, you can feel your inner thighs talking to you. And again, after 10-20 seconds, the muscles will relax. And it's called a stretch reflex. And what we can do then is move into a greater stretch. So after a few seconds, 10, 15, you'll be surprised you can move a little bit further into a greater stretch. Relaxing the shoulders, pushing the back against the wall, trying to get the bottom to touch that skirting board, trying to relax. Okay, now, not easy. Turn and face one leg. Your whole shoulders rotate. And you put a hand either side of the leg. That's not easy. You know, instructors wrongfully teach things with an assumption that everyone can do it. What's probably happening to you is that leg's bending and coming off. Your shoulders are dropping down. So let's relax a minute. Shift and turn. Don't try and lean. Just shift and turn. Yeah? Don't lean. Can you get a hand on the outside of your thigh and a hand on the inside? That would be an achievement for some people. Never mind saying, oh, and lower your head. You know? Sitting in this position is a stretch as it is. Yeah? So, if you've got this far, and you've got that on the floor, and your bottom isn't come up, yeah, your bottom hasn't lifted off the floor. Maybe it has, so you need to stay here. If your bottom lifts all the time, stay here and develop that stretch. So eventually you'll be able to turn around with a hand either side of the leg, and then drop forwards. For those who've got this far, take the same hand and grab the inside of the shoe. Don't worry if you can't, it doesn't matter. It's just my job to give people choices, yeah? No one's better than anyone else, it's just my job to give people choices because everyone's made differently. And rise. And we've been in this stretch a long time, that's what you're thinking. So stay tall, turn the shoulders around, try and get a hand on the outside of the thigh and a hand on the inside. Keeping your bottom down, this leg straight. If you've got this far, bend your elbows and just ease your chest. Never mind about your head, we're not interested. Chest. And I'm struggling on this hip because it's rubbing. I need a sports model next time I get a new hip. And then what we did was, same arm, went for the inside of the foot. Again, now some people will be still here, which is fine. I think we need to rest from that. So, bring your legs in and just relax. Okay. We're going to lie on our backs. Okay? Okay, guys. And just make yourself into a little ball. And all I want you to do is try and make yourself into a little ball and just rock. That's it. It doesn't matter how much you rock or how little. Just get the back moving. And then I want you to bring the knees further into your chest. And try, have a look at my backside. And when you rock back, pulling the knees to bring your bottom off the floor a little bit. Yeah? Some people will only be able to do it a millimetre, then you've got the bendy ones that will be able to go all the way over, which is great. But every single little millimetre and centimetre is also great. Okay, so we're just going to rock. And what I want you to do is make the move bigger. I want you to make the move bigger. Chuck those legs over your head. Throw caution to the wind and just do it. Yeah.
And through the years I've searched for faces wishing yours would come my way. I wonder where it'd be if I'd stayed still.
Okay, guys, relax. Now, taking the right, I'll do the left first actually. Take the left foot on the right. Now just relax that hip, okay? Relax it. With the same hand, push it gently away. Get that very passive, constant stretch on the inner thigh, your groin. I mean, you might feel it on your inner thigh. As I said, everyone's different. Release it. Now lift your foot off the floor. You're going to grab the back leg. So I'm going to put a hand through and in between. Then I'm going to go around the outside of the back leg. And I'm going to pull those legs in towards me. And I'm going to do the best I can. If you get a greater stretch by straightening the back leg, then do it. Yeah? If you get a better stretch by straightening that back leg, then do it. Release. Right foot. Rest it. Relax it here. Push slowly the leg away. Keep the pressure constant, but it's a passive stretch. Hold it. And some people may not feel a stretch.
Even lovers pass her by. Who stops to see? Once upon a time, you would die for just a kiss, and a moon as bright.
Okay, take the foot off the floor, threading a hand around the outside, then that one goes into the center, holding it here. If you did get a greater stretch before by straightening the leg, then by all means do it. Let your knees fall apart, soles of the feet together. Take a hand up to the ceiling and just ease the fingers back. We don't need to hold these stretches very long. These are just maintenance stretches, not developmental ones. Change. Clasping our fingers. Arms go over our heads, but listen, rest your little fingers on the floor, but lift your heads up. Little fingers on the floor, but heads up. Massive shoulder stretch. My armpit stretch, actually. Right, my armpit. Now slowly drop your heads back. Take your arms down by your sides. And just let them get into any position they want. Very, very slowly, guys. Slide the right leg along the floor. And let that foot just flop out to the side. And close your eyes in that position. Okay guys, I want you to smooth your eyelids over your eyes. I want you to try and relax the muscles in your face. And I want you to imagine that you're actually lying on warm sand. So let your shoulder blades just drop back and make that tiny, tiny imprint in the sand. Make sure your fingers are apart. Wiggle your toes, make sure they're really relaxed. And what I want you to try and do is think of nothing else other than what I'm going to ask you to do. I want you to just close your eyes and focus on how your ribs rise with every breath you take in and how your ribs fall. I want you to focus on that. Do not let any chatter come into your head. Just concentrate on you. Using your mind's eye, you can see the ribs rise and fall with every breath you take. Just lie there and think of nothing else. This is your time.
When every road you find winds up a hill, when sometimes you're flying blind, when every dream you dream somehow you can't fulfill, and the days when you get left behind, I will love you still, long as there are rainbows, long as a rose grows, till
Okay, everybody, start coming around nice and slowly. And obviously, don't move too quickly. Come into a sitting position, taking your time, just so that suddenly we're all sat together. We're all sat together sharing this space. And I really hope you've enjoyed this stretch class. There's going to be a lot more coming. A different type of class every day. Kids stuff as well, boxing stuff, you know, they love all that. And about 20 other different types of classes. So share everything with your friends. Everybody needs this right now, don't we? But thank you so much for joining in with me. Thank you so much, Suanika. Take care and make sure you find that space and time